Welcome into the WBC arena. We've been waiting a long time to see these two get it on. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh, Terence "Bud" Crawford, weighing in at 140 pounds. He's 5'7" tall with a reach of 74 inches. And standing across from him, one of the greatest to ever do it, the boxing legend, Saúl Canelo Álvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Terence "Bud" Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. Saúl Canelo Álvarez, a four-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed three-division champion of the world, Terence "Bud" Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a four-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
What a venue, what a fight, what action.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. They ring the bell, and here we go. That punch is beginning to take its toll. So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Going down to the body. That's smart. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on that fight stepping into the ring, Todd? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
It may not be pretty, but sometimes clinching is effective.
Had to hold on, getting hurt every time the punches land.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Quick punch scores. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet.
And he's being smothered here in the clinch and can't get his shots off.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring and disqualify them both.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light, concentrate.
That one lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Very competitive round here so far. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counter punchers, my favorite kind of fighters. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot.
And that's the right decision here. Veteran move to grab on, but as you know, you can't do it too often.
I don't know if it's a dancing competition or a fight.
Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. Looks like they're going to mix up their strategy a little bit here. And he'll try and muffle the offense there with another clinch.
You've got to save that in the back, because if you're ever hit and hurt, a clinch will save your life. You've got to hold on, clear your head, step off again, push them, hold them, lean them down. So when you're going to use those clinches, do it on the blind side of the referee, then let go.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's gonna pop you off.
And he scores with the counter. Trying to land that jab. That hook just can't find the target. So once again, they'll clinch, and one of these fighters has got to take the lead here.
Sometimes you got to go with the instincts. Hold on tight till your head clears, till you get your breath back, till the referee steps in.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire, because someone's going to get hurt and someone's got to react.
Going to shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. The perfect counter lands. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
They ring the bell, and here we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. He can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Oh my goodness, that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Throws the uppercut but misses. Missing big with that hook. Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Remember, with the lighterweights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
Beautiful counter punch. Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well done with that counter shot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And there's the bell to start the round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
No defending at all for that combination. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off, then blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Fantastic punch. Smart move there. When you're in trouble, just hold on.
There's a tactic to clinching. When you clinch, you're taking someone out of their pace. You're making them feel uncomfortable. It's something they're not used to. But there's a fashion of clinch as well. You can be a dirty clincher. Pull the arm out the shoulder, lean on them, but do it on the blind side of the referee, so he doesn't know.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. There's a counter shot. And wisely here, they're going to... Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And there's the bell to start the round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight, it's the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Quick punch scores. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy foot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The perfect counter lands. He's landed everything he's got, but he can't get him out of there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Oh, what a punch! You can't do that too often or the referee is going to take a point.
Yeah, you got to clinch. What the idea is just to get your opponent to complain to the referee. Get him to complain about the conditions. Get him to just feel uncomfortable. Keep doing unorthodox things. I don't mind that now and again, but don't make a habit of it.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice punch. Perfect punch. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano. They're letting the shots go.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. No rest for the weary.
A very close match.
Smart move there to buy some time.
You cannot do it too often because the referee is going to pull you apart and deduct a point.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good punch. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. Good punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
done with that counter shot. Oh, that punch. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. They've got to use their jab better in this fight.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Tried to score with the uppercut. And what a shock, another clinch.
Now sometimes style makes fight, but this one, the styles just seem to be clashing.
That one lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Better be careful. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
And there's the bell to start the round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
He misses with that jab. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
So you're getting in there.
And once again, he gets clinched.
What you've got to do is you're doing it to get an advantage. The comparison is probably football. Ballers will pretend to hit and roll around 6 or 7 times just to get the advantage with the referee, so he tells them off. In fight game, I've got to get you to the point where you're complaining, you're getting frustrated, you try and butt me, you try and bite me, you try and do something out of character where the referee jumps on you and takes a point off you. That's the whole name of the game. Or even make you tight.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Tried to score with the uppercut. Good right hand. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They miss with the jab. And he will hold here, and good thing he did because he was getting beaten up.
It tells me so much when a fight is holding on. It means they've been hurt, it means they're tired, or it means they don't know what to do.
Nice counter shot. Gonna try to relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Hey, sometimes the best thing you can do is to grab your opponent. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.